Welcome to my channel and let's learn about time and how to tell time. Look at this clock. The visible side of the clock is known as its face. It has a dial. The dial has 12 equal divisions. These divisions are numbers from 1 to 12. The clock has two hands. Longer hand is called minute hand. It indicates the time in minutes. The shorter hand is called the hour hand and it indicates time in hours. Some clocks have a third hand and it is the thinnest and longest hand in the clock. It is the seconds hand. It indicates the time in seconds. Reading time. Look at the clock and note the positions of the minute and the hour hand on its face. The minute hand is pointing to 12 and the hour hand is pointing to 8. It means the time is 8 o'clock. Look at another clock. Its minute hand is pointing to 12 and the hour hand is pointing to 4. It means the time is 4 o'clock. Now that we know that the minute hand shows us the minutes and how much time has passed after the hour, when telling time, we always look at the hour hand first, and the hour hand is pointing to 12 and the minute hand is pointing to 1. So what do we say? The time is 12 1 minute? I know you may be tempted to say yes, but that's not correct. Each one of these increments are counted by fives. There are 5 minutes between each of these big numbers. So when the minute hand is at 1, 5 minutes have passed. So this is at the 1 you can see 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 55 minutes, and here at the 12th the minute starts back at 0. So here the time is 12:05 or 12:05 minutes. Let's take another example. Here the hour hand is between 3 and 4. That means it's still the 3 o'clock hour. And the another hand is pointing at 6. So can we say or does we say that it is 3:06 minutes? No. Let's count the minutes. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. So here the time is 3:30. Yes. A clock face can be split into 4 parts and each part is called a quarter or 1/4 of an hour. When we say we separate the clock into quarters, that's we separate into 4 parts. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part and 4 part. Look at this big plus sign here. Yes, we know this is the o'clock when the minute hand is pointing to 12. And the 3 can be 15 if we skip count by 5s. Like we know, skip counting 5, 10, 15. And the 6 will be 30 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the 9 would be 45 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and 45. So you have now quarters of an hour. That's what we have to learn. If we take 15 minutes from this area and 15 minutes from this area here, right? And we add them, what we will get is 5 plus 5 and regroup the tens, we get 30 minutes. Now here we got this 15 minutes and this 15 minutes and we cut by adding them the 30 minutes. If we add another 15 minutes to this 30 minutes, and we will get 45 minutes. And if we add another 15 minutes, we will get 60 minutes because hour is 60 minutes. Now this clock. We know the minute hand is pointing to 12, so it's an o'clock. Now which o'clock this is? So it's an 8 o'clock hour. It can be 8 in the morning AM or 8 in the evening, that's 8 p.m. or 8 at night. We don't know that because this clock doesn't tell us, but some clocks do tell us. Then here comes a little light in if it's a PM. So we're going to talk about how a clock is split into quarters. So look at this clock. This clock says the hour is at 8 and the minute hand is pointing to 3. So that is 5, 10 and 15. So we can write it is 8:15 minutes. Also we see this is the quarter of the hour. So it is 8:15. Look at this one. Now the minute hand went halfway around the clock's face. It's pointing to 6. We know it's 8:30. It's also 8:30 because the whole thing will be an hour, and if we cut it like this, so we can say it's half and this is half, so this is 8:30. Now we have another quarter of the hour colored here. You can see it here, right? So it's not 9 o'clock yet. The hour hand is still in between 8 and 9, and the minute hand is pointing to 9, so it is 45 minutes. So we can say it's 8:45 minutes if we count it by fives. We can also say that's a quarter to 9 because it's almost 9, and that is 15 minutes before 9, so that is 8:45, and this clock is exactly 9 o'clock. Hope you have learned how to tell time. Keep practicing and stay tuned for next part. Bye bye.